Yeah, definitely. I mean, Buriram United, though, we saw slowdown. It's not just a slowdown, it's a total halt of their performance. Not quite sure what it is right now, but you did mention that from the three teams that already qualified in grand finals, all of them are coming from Thailand. And this is another time for Thailand to really bring one to the board. But on to our prediction right now. We have Buriram United, we have BE Sports as well as RRQ. For me, it's just because of the performance that they have, especially for BE Sports yesterday and the previous week, and RRQ as well because they missed that opportunity. But from yesterday, it seems like they were struggling, similar to what we've seen from Buriram United.
That is absolute nonsense. I mean, yes, I do acknowledge the teams in Southeast Asia, they have not just grown, they have just broken all of their own personal boundaries. They are a different kind of monster this time round. But I think RRQ is holding back. I think they see what Buriram is doing and they're saying, okay, all right, okay, bro. So if you don't want to show off, we don't want to show off too, and they're hanging back. I am very sure they can unleash the beast within if they really want to step it up. But of course, this is the knockout stage. Today is the 7th of September. It is the night of the blood moon, by the way. 6th and 7th, that's week 4. Yesterday we saw AGL qualify, and that was the third Thai team getting into the grand finals in succession. Today could just be another Thai squad getting there. Of course, Vietnam and Indonesia could potentially break that particular lineup of teams served up by just one nation. Are we going to see some tiebreaker rules here? How close is the competition going to get? But if we do, this is how we break them.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, similar to one we've seen from last week. I mean, Team Falcons going against AJL as well as RRQ. The tiebreaker rules really showed us who would be on that #1 spot. But another thing that really made the difference in terms of performance for the team would be the one unique active skill. And we've seen a lot of teams try it out. And that's one reason as well, when this has been introduced, there's a little bit slow in terms of performance. But now that they're getting the groove, they understand what needs to be done, what needs to be used on the active skill department. And I've seen a lot of surprises, especially when Oscar has been used most of the time. It made a mark in the game.
Yeah, no doubt at all. Hands down, the meta of the game has just grown tremendously, and I love the fact that we've got the unique active skill in the competition now, right? But of course, the grand finals format will stay the exact same as per the past few competitions. We have got the champion rush condition. You hit 80 points, you activate champion rush, and in one of your following games, the first team to hit the booyah after activating champion rush will be crowned the champion. But of course, by the end of 10 games, if we don't have anyone meeting the condition, the team with the highest number of points will walk away with the trophy. But of course, today's not the grand finals just yet, but it is a finals in some sort of a way. The #1 team qualifies to the grand finals, and it will be one of these 12 squads.
Grand finals. I mean, from the previous season, we had Onyx Olympus, who was declared the champion, and they will be introduced in this mix as well. So today's list, similar to what we've seen yesterday, taking out AJL, adding in Onyx, it would. I did mention that some teams are in paper are not performing that well, but did mention that there's some on it, and I would love to go find out what that means or what that is. Hopefully get into an interview with some teams that are expecting to pop off but are not really performing.
Of course, much love to our brothers in Indonesia. I'm very sure it's quite a tough time at this. I'm pretty sure players themselves may be affected mentally by the situation as well, but they are trying their very best to find the qualifier, and it's not too late. Week 4 and week 6 we do have a final chance. All you need to be safe. But speaking of top 6, yesterday EVOS, they were at very And of course, qualify on Buriram has not been their best version of themselves, and Virtus definitely hasn't been showing themselves as a huge threat out there. So I'm pretty curious as to if or not that's even going to be a possibility. But we don't just want to see the Thai squads, we want to see a little bit of Vietnam as well. And today, both you and I think PE Esports is going to pop off. WAG has already shown us what they are capable of. Team Flash, Team Flash has always been consistent at the very least. They have been consistent at being the most inconsistent squad out of Vietnam.
Well, let's see though, because for PE Sports yesterday, if it wasn't for Brave United, if they were not denied of that booyah, probably plenty of points, they could have been the team from Vietnam to drop in first. It was very close between them, only 7 points between them and AGAL, and AGAL fell down a little bit too early, not too early though, but that was a cliffhanger on the final match, and I like heart pounding, palm sweating, really thinking who's going to get that #1 spot. We really didn't know. Me and Sir Cloud don't know by the end until the result came up. So I would love to experience that. I would love to see a close fight, but not just two teams, like several teams on the top spot. Booyahs after booyahs being taken by different regions, different teams, and that would make this day even more extravagant.
Dude, I mean, every single day of Free Fire in the current format of the competition has been phenomenal. It has been absolute fire. But I want to highlight a little bit more on PE Esports, because yesterday was a record-breaking day for them as well. Because prior to them playing alongside AGL yesterday and showing us their tremendous performance, the highest number of points was 108 points picked up by Twisted Minds, or Pharaoh as they used to be known at the start of this particular competition. And that was the record, right? PE Esports got 110 yesterday. They broke the highest record, but of course they were outshined by AGL, who picked up 117. Yesterday was a phenomenal day because PE Esports also had a 83% top 3 rate. That is just wow, and like you said, right, they were prevented from getting the booyah multiple times. They got the second spot 3 times. They got the third spot 1 time. They got so close to the prize. But of course, maybe today is going to be a little bit of a different story. Purgatory, Alpine, Bermuda, Solara, Kalahari, Nextera. This is going to be the lineup of maps that we've got on our side. And of course, Purgatory, I'm hoping this is the place where EVOS wakes up, because they are the best performing team on this map.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, 101 in the point, and that was something that we were expecting as well from the final match from yesterday. But unfortunately, it didn't show up. They were eliminated. Only 9 points in total they grabbed from yesterday's game, and there's something off from these teams' performance, but not from RRQ. I would say in general, because RRQ, they brought in so much fire in the beginning of that of yesterday's game. That was 31 points when they grabbed the booyah, and then it tapers, well, not really tapers down. It crashed down until they tried to recover, but AGAL, PE Esports, and the other teams managed to overtake them. But the team's performance right now, I mean, 30 plus points for those who are present, or averaging 30 elimination for those who are present in the team. I mean, we are really seeing the potential of RRQ right now.
Yeah, I like the team performance highlight, but I dislike the fact that we are only pulling out stats from the knockout stage. Because if we pull out the stats from the very start of FFWSC fall, those are not the numbers, bro. We don't see 30s there. I mean, Dudes has already crossed the 100 eliminations already. He's at 101 elimination right now. RRQ is a prime squad at this point of time when it comes to the engagements. They are nasty with their capabilities out there with those guns, right? So I would love to see a little bit of that aggression today, because like we said, they didn't really show up strong yesterday. Only on the first day of the knockout stage here in phase 2 did they kind of show a little bit of vigor. But we haven't really seen that hustle from them. So maybe today they will be racing for that #1 spot as we kick things off at Purgatory. Once again, the top team here is EVOS, followed by Virtus Pro as well as RRQ. The other teams that you can perhaps look out for here is WAG and Buriram. So these 5 teams all capable of walking away with a booyah on Purgatory.
Yeah, definitely. And speaking of Virtus Pro, they started off most of the time, especially if Todak is involved, just below Moat House. That
Yep.
was usually their drop spot in Moat House specifically. But now, Onyx Olympus, the new introduction to this phase 2 of knockout stage, is just starting it hot. Going in for the battle against Team Flash right now, though we saw knockdown, but no confirmation is happening. And this is something that really excites me for this team. They are hungry. They've seen the gameplay from previous day and waiting for this chance. The only thing that I'm asking for is they don't go all in too much, because they might be taken down, because Team Flash, I think they are just waiting for them to step in.
Yeah, and Bigatron by Vitality right behind, hearing all of these gunshots. And dude, that is no way to introduce Onyx. They are the reigning defending champions of FFWSC. They showed up at Spring, they took the champion rush condition, and they absolutely blitzed the other squads that, first of all, qualified faster than them in the knockout stage, and second of all, activated the champion rush condition faster than them. Onyx literally stole the competition. This is the kind of underdog that you do not sleep on. If you do, it'll probably steal your breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Let's see now whose meal will be stolen right now. But speaking of meal, it seems like RRQ is taking meals on LBT. And I'm not talking about a BLT. No bacon, lettuce, tomato here. It is a first blood being taken by Maal. Glue wall stops him, but on the other side, Time Turner has used, but Death